Hello everyone and welcome to Space Haven. So this is a game that I've had on my radar for a while, picked it up during the summer sale, just now getting around to having the time to actually sit down and play it properly. And it's a bit of a hybrid game. The idea is that you take control of a small ship, you build up your ship as you go around exploring the galaxy, trying to survive, getting all the resources, battling, and so on. So it's a little bit Rimworldy, little bit FTL-y, little bit Avorion-y. There's also little bits of a lot of games that I really like, so definitely something that I want to check out here. It is still in early access. I first had my eye on it when it first came out of into early access. It seemed a bit raw at the time. They've been putting in loads and loads of updates since then. See here, they're about halfway done. And so let's check out what the state of all of this is right now. Okay, and I'll just be starting with the default settings here. So normal game mode settings. Start with a basic platform. I'm going to put it on medium difficulty. I'd like there to be some threat out there, I'd like there to be some challenge, but since this is my first attempt, I don't really want to mess around with any of the other settings. Just put in a random seed there, so if anybody wants to play along with the exact same settings I have, this is the seed up here. You can take a moment to screenshot that. Don't really know what's good skill-wise, so I am just going to leave the default skill settings. I will be naming people after folk in the Discord. Okay, so I just named it after the people who posted most recently on the Discord. So Coconut is our scientist. So good at a variety of things, mostly research. Wish is our firefighter. Again, broad range of things, quite brave, pretty good. Kenny is a chemical engineer, so high on research. We've got quite a lot of research skills, but also medicine and so on. And Coffee is our salesperson here, which is also our miner and gunner by the look of it. Okay, so here we are on our tiny little ship. People are already moving stuff around. I assume they know where they are moving things. Just got a mission to build a tools facility. So this is where they recharge their stuff. I'm going to put it near the little drop shuttle. Seems sensible enough for now. So I've got a couple of pods. We've got a shuttle. Got an overfull storage, an airlock, an Ingium power generator, a thermal regulator, and a light. So we're pretty low-tech right now. Just got this little tiny, more of a platform in the middle of space, and we just have to do our best to try and survive. Okay, so next we need to sort out the air quality here. So we need an oxygen generator. Put that near the heating stuff. We can just have this as our life support segment. And we need a gas scrubber. So the oxygen generator converts water into oxygen, and I hear oxygen's useful for people to survive. And then the gas scrubber gets rid of toxic gases. So here we go, we can now breathe, which is useful. Okay, so I need a thermal regulator. We've already got one, but I'm guessing we need more than one to keep everyone alive. I'll put it... Actually, I've got a couple of these. I'll put it over here where we've not got anything right now. Okay, so we need to expand our platform a little bit as the next step. Gonna expand over here and have this as our sort of living quarters bit on this side. Just gonna expand this a little bit. Bit warned not to build it too big, so I'm just going to put in a little addition there. Oh, they're going to... That makes sense. Building a new area of the ship, you can't really do that from inside the ship, so they've gone in their little pods. Okay, so we need build a bed and toilet. So I'm going to put in the toilet here, and to give it some privacy, I'm just going to chuck a wall around it. It's got a alert that we're going to need more oxygen generators, so put in another one of those. There we go, got the little toilet set up. Oh, not yet. Still needs to be finished. Okay, so a bit silly me, I had the recording paused while I was sorting out an email. I forgot to restart the recording, so I'll just bring you all up to speed with where we are. Mostly just been going through this sort of tutorial section anyway. So we've got our bedroom all nicely set up. We've got a nice kitchen area with kitchen, dining room, nice little couch for them to relax on. Put in some power units. We've got a water purifier. And we set off mined a nearby water ice asteroid that we've been slowly purifying. Just generally expanding some of our facilities around here. So we've got a nice big storage bay going in. We need a recycler, which I'm putting in here. It needs to be in its own little sealed bay. So working on the ceiling before I build the recycler. And otherwise things seem to be pretty stable. We've got a nice supply of water, decent enough supply of food, though I think we're running a little low on our raw ingredients, so we'll need to keep an eye out for those. Otherwise everyone seems nice and happy. Okay, and this time Kenny and Wish are bunking together, Coffee and Coconut are bunking together, and they still hate this middle bunk. I have no idea what's wrong with it. But they are refusing to sleep there. Maybe they just prefer to sleep with one another. I'm not going to argue. Keeps them happy. And the next day they're all up. Most of them are eating. Coconut is having conversation with them about their eating. Apparently they have an uncomfortable leisure space and they're getting annoyed that they've got no privacy. Which, fair enough, they are just in a communal bunk area. I'll try and give them a proper sleeping quarters at some point. Oh, but now it's time for the workday, so they can get on building. So transporting more of the raw food over to the kitchenette. Yeah, just needing to move some things around. I'm just going to assign special rules so that they preferentially put ice and water in this storage container since it's opposite the refiner. Yeah, ice refiner. And let's stick in this recycler. Hope I've got the airlock set up the right way. Looked like it's indicating Spaceship with an arrow this way, so let's hope I interpreted that right. Also should probably have some kind of light on in there. Also just going to set up a mission to mine this nearby asteroid, just so we can get on with that. I don't know what Hyperium is used for, but I'm sure it's useful. Yeah, so apparently I can manually control crewmates and equip them, so let's just grab Wish here, so she wasn't doing anything. Alright, so I can put weapons and stuff on. Who was my good shooty person? Yeah, so Wish is the good shooty person. Okay, so I need to send a couple out on a combat mission here. Okay, Coconut. Oh, I need weapon 3. Okay, Coconut gets a pistol. Kenny, since you're right here, you also get a pistol. But Wish, as the actual military person, should be able to hold a shotgun. Okay, so let's send those 3 out on a little mission. Okay, then we can investigate this derelict spacecraft here. I guess we can just dock at the nearby side. It's time to dock on this ship. Ooh, there are bugs. Bad bugs. Oh, they can't get to us because we're floating in the void. Well, whatever the bugs are, they are taking a lot of damage. Got a new data log, don't know what data log does, but got one. So we've got some water. Just clear the top end of the ship first. Oh, between 3 of them, they are definitely doing a good job clearing this lot. Yeah, got some fertilizer, fancy blocks here. An engine bay. Yeah, not too much left to explore. Yeah, missing up, there we go. Got there in the end. Ooh, bad thing. Running a bit low on oxygen. Cool, then our mission is to build a Hyperion drive and a navigation console with a little bonus thing of stripping all of this for parts. While coffee's been happily going along mining Hyperion. Yay, that's all them undrafted. Yeah, so I can start giving order to strip that ship of all of its stuff. Then I'll salvage what's left. Again, it does answer one question. Can't rotate the engine, so there is a definite direction to the ship. So at the end I've got all the crew stuff in. This is the front end. Sorry, I got hiccups. And this end here is the back end. Which kind of works out. We've got nice stuff on the front end, engineering stuff on the back end. We'll definitely need to expand our ship. I think I might put kind of a central corridor running up and down through here, and then can have the bridge over there on that side. Yes, it's going to be a fair bit of ship expansion and building, but we can just get on with that. Yeah, so very cool. Once you've given the order of what to get, they just automatically start salvaging everything. Really nicely implemented. Makes a lot of sense. Very easy to do. Okay, and the data logs we got are just a bit of backstory of basically we ruined the planet, and so Earth isn't dead, but it's damn near dead. But the whole time we're doing more and more space exploration, hence why we're out here. And the other one that we picked up is a rumour of an Eden somewhere, a Earth-like planet somewhere out there. That's either a myth, a rumour, or an actual sighting, and we need to check it out. So I think that's the long-term goal, is to reach that planet. Just to get some idea of the scale here. This is this little sector that we're in, which we've harvested quite a bit of. Start stripping away most of it. We've still got this Energium asteroid to mine out. Then we zoom out, we go to our local system. Load of planets nearby that we can jump to once we've got our drive. And we can just kind of keep zooming out. So this is a solar system, but that is connected to other solar systems. This little cluster. That cluster is then connected to other clusters in a very, very big map. Some safe systems, some uncontrolled, some pirate coalition systems. So yeah, plenty to explore out there. This has been a lot added on since that first little early access launch that I saw the first Let's Plays of. So yeah, it's all looking very exciting. Yes, everything's stripped out of that ship, so I believe we can now just start salvaging. Yeah, and as far as I can tell, I may as well just scrap everything. I think we need bits of absolutely everything that we can get. So that should all be set up to salvage. Now, one thing that's concerning me is we've got a little red bar here that's growing above our ship. I have no idea what that red bar is. I don't know if it's a good red bar or a bad red bar. So we're starting to actually break everything down for salvage. It generates scrap, and then we put the scrap into the recycler, and then we get useful material out of it. Or at least that is as far as I can understand here. Okay, so I think I made a mistake before and I built the hull stabilizer there. I think the area is not an area of the amount of hull it's stabilizing. I think it's a level of exclusion around which you can't build another one. So I'm going to see if I can simply just pick it up and move it. Hopefully that will give me some more space in which I can build another one. So I think this red bar is the amount of our hull stability that we've used up. Or it may be the mass. I don't know which. I think that was the stability. We just also have a red mass because we've not got any engines, which, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to put in another storage thing inside the recycling thing that I'm going to have dedicated just to scrap, because the scrap is really piling up. Okay, so that's specifically where we're going to store all of the scrap. I'm also going to NQ salvaging this old asteroid just so we get absolutely everything from this sector. See, they've been doing a really good job tearing apart the old ship, so all of the actual systems are dismantled other than the airlock. It's taking it apart piece by piece, giving us loads of scrap. So we've got loads of building parts that we can keep using going forward. Apparently got an incoming ship. Incoming ship from the Merchant Federation. They're not very happy with us, so we don't have any kind of defense, so I hope they're not too problematic. Yeah, ship entered the sector. We know how to interact. Oh, there's a trade button. A little concerned about my food, so I'm going to sell them some stuff. In return, just pick up some extra food. Don't know if that's a good trade, but trading seems like a good idea. And food is something that could really mess us over since we don't have any way of producing food right now. Okay, so I'm running low on my hull blocks. That's fine. This is the main expansion that we're planning on doing. We do have scrap hulls, so we just need to get to work refining that. Okay, the bridge needs its own thermal regulator. I think we could use another gas scrubber. Put another one near the bridge. Okay, so I'm running out of hull blocks. I'm actually just going to trim down some of what I've done in the hope that I get the hull blocks back, or at least scrap that I can turn into hull blocks. Yes, that sort of worked, but not enough. So I'm going to trim down this corridor a bit. Not really ideal. Trim down the bridge a little bit for now as well. Just need a few more hull scraps. Will get me enough to get another hull section, and then I can build the jump gate. There we go. For now we can cram in a research lab and a research workbench. Researching botany. Got quite a nice little tree here. But our final goal is to execute a jump. We have completely stripped this system bare. Okay, so we are going to start preparations for our jump. Coconut's going to the navigation console. We are a little bit over mass. Hopefully that won't be too bad. Definitely need to hope for a lot of salvage in the next place. Go, hyperdrive's charged. Risky because of our mass, but let's see how we do. Let's jump. Here we go. Okay, so I believe if we drop there. And deploy. Yeah, I think the system's actually empty, but that's fine. Cool, and the things just opened up with leave the cluster as a long-term goal for us. But otherwise, I think that's a pretty good place to leave that there. So, got to grips with the game a little bit. I did shoot a little bit overboard. built the ship up a bit too much compared to what I really had the resources for. But this is a very enjoyable game. Good mix of sort of Rimworldy, trying to keep everyone happy, make sure they've all got their stuff and their resources, kind of FTL-y with jumping to different star systems, a little bit of ship design in there too. Certainly this is something that I'd quite like to come back to. If you'd like to see another episode of this, do just leave a like or a comment down below. More than happy to turn this into a little series. And otherwise, I hope I catch you in the next video. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers.